Welcome to Stevie's Kitchen. Tonight I'm going to show you how to make barbecued salmon with some roasted potatoes and some sauteed veggies. You want to stick around for this one. So now I'm getting this barbecue sauce going. We're doing it in about a cup and a half of mustard. Do a tablespoon of honey. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. A few dashes of Worcestershire. We're going to do a teaspoon of liquid smoke. I have 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of red chili flake, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and a teaspoon of ground cumin. We're going to get all this mixed together, stir it up, and then we're just going to let this simmer for about 20 minutes. And then you'll have a nice mustard-based barbecue sauce. So now we're gonna get these roasted potatoes going. So I got a bag of Yukon Golden potatoes that I've quartered. So I'm about to take a little over a teaspoon, about a teaspoon and a half of oil. Then I have a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and some fresh cracked black pepper. Very simple seasonings. I'm gonna just toss all these potatoes in this so we can coat all sides. And then we're gonna put them onto the sheet pan into the oven, 350 for 25 minutes. And they'll be ready to go. Now that everything's been evenly coated, onto our sheet pan. Spread everything out so it doesn't overcrowd. Like I said, into the oven, 350 for about 25 minutes. Now we're gonna get a quick saute on these veggies. Again, I get the flash frozen at the peak of their freshness veggies. This is just a simple blend of mushrooms, zucchini, asparagus, carrots. It was the summer blend. So this is the last time for summer, so I gotta go ahead and get rid of them. Do about half a tablespoon of butter down. Get the pan nice and hot. This is only going to be about a 2-3 minute cook. Still want to have a little bit of texture on these vegetables. Just add a little bit of seasoning. So into our pot we go. Just going to do a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. A teaspoon of red chili flake. A teaspoon of garlic powder. A teaspoon of onion powder. And just 1 little pinch of salt. Get a little toss on these vegetables so everything gets coated evenly. We'll let this sit here and saute for another 2 to 3 minutes. Transfer to a bowl and be ready for plating. So I'm just finishing up putting a little salt and pepper on my salmon fillets here. I got my pan nice and hot because I want to get a good crust on these. So I'm gonna add about not much, just about a 1/4 teaspoon of butter just to get a little more liquid into this pan. Give some fat to get a nice sear on these salmon fillets. Like I said, I got salt and pepper on these. We're just gonna go down. Nice hot pan. We're gonna put them down, not touch them for about 3 minutes, get a nice crust built up. So while they're face down, we're gonna add salt and pepper to the back and then let them sit here and they'll let you know when they're ready to be moved. So it's been about 3 minutes. Let's get these flipped. See this good crust that we got. We got a nice little crust on these front parts. We're gonna let it go for about 2 or 3 more minutes again. Get a nice crust. I only wanna cook this to about a medium rare. So whenever I heat it up, it gets to about medium. I'm gonna take these off, put them to the side. We have our barbecue sauce that we made earlier. And we're just gonna brush it over top of it and let it sit there. All right, so now we have this seared on both sides. Like I said, I'm just gonna transfer it to my pan next to me. I'm gonna put on some fresh fillets right quick. And then while these are searing, I'm gonna brush these with some barbecue sauce. So now let's build this meal prep. We have our roasted potatoes over here. Just gonna get a few of these in here. Get some of our veggies in. And then a nice piece of our barbecued salmon. Right over the top. And there you have it. Barbecued salmon with roasted potatoes and sauteed veggies. So now this is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the taste of the barbecued salmon. I just have the salmon here. It's an extra piece that I had made for this tasting. I only have everything else already divided up. So as you can tell, the salmon is nice and flaky. Still a little hot, but it's so good. That crust on that salmon, that barbecue sauce, that mustard base, pairs well with the salmon. You want to make this one.